I sincerely want to thank us all for making this possible. It is, and it has always been, our dream that as a people we come together as one. They say a united minority is better than a divided majority. And when we look at the geographical landscape of the Southwest, Fako is like the smallest. But it is Fako that has made Cameroon named Africa in miniature, because we have it all in Fako. God has blessed us all with everything that every other person wants. We have it. But the irony is that we live as people with nothing. As Mama said, we have it, but we don't have it because we don't live it. We don't enjoy it. And that is what this WOLIYA or Fako is all about. It is for us to come as a family to look at our differences. As a family, we have what we call connectors, and we have dividers. But we should look at the connectors are more than the divides. And as a family, it is our place to come and look at the divides and see how we can transform them into connectors, to transform them to build us socially, economically, spiritually. Because when we look around the hall, we see it. If it is beauty, we have it. If it is handsomeness, we have it. If it's the fertile land, we do have it. If it is natural resources, God knows He gave us all. And we have to make use of all this. There's a saying that when you fight in the house, your neighbor will come and take what belongs to you. And that is what we have been doing as a people. We have been fighting one another. We have been fighting the shadow, forgetting the object. It is high time we focus on building ourselves. There is what we call the PhD syndrome. I call it PhD syndrome, the pull him or her down syndrome. That is a syndrome that we need to sit here and derive a vaccine to eradicate that syndrome. It should be a pull him or her up. Because there is a philosophy that when you don't pull people up, you stay at the same position. But once you pull somebody up, the person automatically pushes you up to your next level. And as a people, we need to do that. We have a lot that is at stake. But the most important is our unity. We will never sit and talk about everything that concerns us today and now, but we will take one at a time. Unity. That is why the theme, it says, come, let us reason together and make Fako great. Unity in our diversity. We are diverse as a people. We are all unique as a people. And that our uniqueness, we should use it as a strength and not a weakness. Let us dwell on our uniqueness and understand that each and every one of us have our weaknesses. And we need to accept one of us in our weaknesses. We create allowances for these weaknesses, and we accommodate ourselves so that as a people, we will build that Fako that we want. We are not here to point accusing finger, because I will say as a people, we all have made the same errors in one way or the other to bring us where we are. So the issue is turning a new page and start writing a new story for Fako. While we had this vision, we met our most senior elites, as we put it. And thanks be to God, they all welcomed it. Some unconsciously apologized for not taking the role that we want to take now. But some said, it is good that you people have seen it. You people have probably identified the errors that we have made, and you are trying to make amends. I was not when my colleagues, my fellow family members met Mola Musonge, but he said something. He said, they are at the point, at the door of going out, of exiting. But that he is very happy to see that there's a group of young people that are ready to ensure that Fako is not left out. And he told us, hold the bull by the horns and hold it firmly. We are not here to compete, but we are here to complement what our elders have done. In complementing, we change the narrative. Because how our traditional rulers have lost their respect. And that is what the WOLIYA is about. We need to build back that respect and give it to our throne. And that should begin with us. If you don't give value to yourself, nobody will give you value. So if we don't value our own thrones, our own royal kingdoms, we don't expect any other person to give that value. So as a people, we are here to take that decision that henceforth, it will not be business as usual. We will not sit and see an administrator, sends a convocation to any of our traditional rulers and asking them to meet them in their office or in the police station. That will not happen again. We are here as a people, and it is for us all to decide, to talk on how we want things to run. We will talk these things and write them down and take commitments so that we ensure that these things are done. We are the midpoint generation. It is for us to help the upper generation as well as the generations to come. If anybody had at one point seen us as a threat, well, it happens sometimes because change is something people don't accept easily. But we are not here to threaten anybody or to fight any position with anybody, but we are here to reason together as one. If for once in our process we have hurt any or smashed any toes, we say we are sorry. It was not intentional. It was just the zeal that we have carried along, that have made us, in one way or the other, bruise some egos, burn some bridges, but today we want to make amends. All the egos we have bruised, we say we are sorry. All the bridges we have burned, we are building it. I don't want to take this because if I have to talk, I'll keep talking. So I just want to say, we should be open and do constructive propositions without labeling anybody, without throwing insults or tantrums to anyone.